talk about Harrow today. And I want to start this conversation with a couple questions. Do you like support roles? Do you like DPS? Do you like tanks? Well, I got good news for you. Harrow's all three. At least this version of Harrow is. So, as always, I just want to preface this video with saying that this isn't a beginner-friendly guide. It takes significant resources to get to this point when it comes to this particular build. Starting off, the ability that I would Hemlith off is Condemned. That is your flexibility, but I like to keep it on there because it doesn't hurt. But I would replace it with maybe Nourish, unless they changed it. If you're watching this in the future, they were talking about nerfing Nourish. But Breach Search, maybe Eclipse, Zata's Whisper, Roar, something along those lines. And the reason that I'm saying that this is the flexibility is because I'm sure you've noticed that at this point, we've got 5 Topaz Archon shards on our boy Harrow here. And they're all doing the same thing. Regenerate 5 shields when you inflict enemy with blast status. We'll get back to that in a second here. So here's the build. Natural Talent, that's your flex slot. I like Natural Talent because it makes his third go by faster. But if you were to replace it with something, I would replace it with Pain Threshold. Recovers 60%, 160% times faster. And the reason I say that is because we're running Quick Thinking on him. And when Quick Thinking activates, your Warframe does a little jig, a little dance. And because your health is so low, that little jig, that little dance can get you killed at higher levels. So, because he's constantly healing himself, he's constantly regaining energy, Quick Thinking is going to save your butt. So, sometimes, either or, Natural Talent or Pain Threshold works pretty well in my opinion. It just depends on what you feel when it comes to playing this build. How does it feel? Does it feel better with the Pain Threshold, or does it feel better with the Natural Talent? That comes down to your discretion and how you want to play. Arcane Aegis, Arcane Velocity. Everything else here should be self-explanatory. We're running his weapons because his weapons are the best for him. Duh. With the Scourge Prime. This is the Scourge Prime build. But really, it doesn't matter because we're just in it for the Scourge's thrown ability. We're running the Knell Prime. And notice that this Knell has Radiation and Blast. And Blast is proccing your Amber Archon shards, making him regenerate shields. The Paracesis is what I like running on him right now, but it's whatever. Just run whatever you want. I just like the theme of an angel holding a sword, but the melee weapon does not matter. Death Cube Prime is my favorite Sentinel. I use it on a lot of my Warframes. Mainly, I like Reinforced Bond for this build simply because it increases the fire rate of his weapons overall. But the Sentinel or the Companion doesn't really matter that much. It's not that important. Run whatever you like. Okay, so here I am in the Simulacrum with Harrow. We're going to spawn some Steel Path level 180 Corrupted Heavy Gunners. And this is basically the gameplay loop here. You go in here, you pop your 4th, you pop your 3rd, your 2nd, throw, and then boom. Now, one thing I want you to notice. I'm going to do this again, but this time I'm not going to use my fourth. I'm just going to use my weapons. Now, it's going to take significantly longer to kill, but I just want you to keep an eye on my shields. See, they keep attacking me, but my shields keep regenerating because I keep inflicting blast damage. Alright, let's stop messing around here and really kill them. So, the main thing about this video I want you to take away is with some Archon shards, some Topaz Archon shards, modding your weapons for blast damage, you become borderline unkillable. You have a little bit of extra armor there through your health conversion in order to just give you a little bit of insurance in case they do break through your shields. And then at this point, not only are you going to be supplying your teammates with energy with your third ability, you're going to be supplying them with health with your second ability, but also you're borderline unkillable, and you're a DPS monster. That's all I got. Have fun. Enjoy some time with Harrow.